and it's going to be probably the most fulfilling thing that you've ever done for yourself. You improve your health, you improve your life.
So tell me a little bit
Mhm.
about how you actually got into personal training.
So I got into personal training through a good friend of mine, Anna Rahim. Um, I've known her for years, and before I was doing strength training through the Perfect Workout, I was training as a boxer. I was trying to get into amateur boxing. So I was boxing out of a gym that she trained, cardio boxing, and so we built that relationship together. Um, and I just remember I was in sales. I was selling life and health insurance, and uh, one day I was talking with Ann, and she was just like, "Hey, Gary, why don't you go ahead and try this?" And I was kind of skeptical, of course. I mean, I think everyone is really coming from working out twice a day, 6, 7 days out of the week. Um, it, I was very skeptical, but she invited me to try it out, and I just remember, repping 225 pounds on the bench press. Obviously, not following super slow protocol. But when she got me into the studio, I was able to fatigue out on the chest press within like a minute and 30 seconds. And I kind of laughed at that. And I was like, what was the weight? She said it was 125 pounds. And I was like, okay, well, that's humbling. I was sold on the method. I was sold on the method. And she was like, Gary, I think you'd make a fantastic personal trainer. You like strength training, and you're into fitness, so why not try it? And it was history from there.
Yeah. So was
Hmm.
that moment of basically hitting muscle fatigue 100 pounds less than what you would normally do? That's what
Yeah.
clicked for you?
Yeah, I just didn't think that I would get a meaningful exercise out of it, and I was sweating. I was sweating when I did my workout with her.
Cool. So then you went through all the craziness of certification to become
Yeah.
a trainer with us, which is a lot of work. Have you always trained in Del Mar or have you been in other studios?
So I was actually in Mission Valley for what, 4.5 years, and I started out as an evening trainer over there and did that the entire time during my career in Mission Valley, and then I got promoted to facility manager in Del Mar. It's been
Uh,
an awesome journey, definitely.
yeah, what's been your favorite part about it? I mean, training
Ah,
people is a blast. I mean, it was one of my
uh-huh.
absolute favorite things. What's been your favorite part?
I would have to say, and obviously, like I love the protocol. I love the type of training we do, but there is something about the culture, the people that I meet, and the family that I've built, relationships that I've built, and truthfully, that's my favorite part of being with the Perfect Workout. Yeah. One thing that I've noticed from Mission Valley and also from Del Mar, when these clients sign up with the Perfect Workout, they're not there for a split second. They stay. They love the method, and we build that relationship. I mean, we take that title as personal trainer just as that. It's personal,
Mm.
and they love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What types of results have you helped some of those long-term clients get over your almost 6 years of being with us?
Um, uh, Everyone has a different type of goal. We have to ask those qualifying questions. We gotta ask, what is it that you are looking for, short term, and also for long term. What are your stretch goals? I would have to say the one that really sticks out the most. I won't give out a name, but it's a very very sweet story. It's a client of mine down in Mission Valley. I remember she would come down the hall and she had a walker and it was very loose so you could hear her, but she would take her time because it's a very long hall. It would take her about 5 minutes to get down the hall to our old studio. And I remember one of her goals because she kind of teared up when I was talking to her and she was saying, Gary, I was at Ralph's, the grocery store, and there was a truck that was blocking the handicap access to get up, and she can't push herself up with her walker. And so she waited for the guy to pull away, and she was able to kind of just, get herself up onto the sidewalk and then into the store. And a few months down the road, she came back into the studio and she was in tears and she was smiling and she's like, Gary, I need to share something with you. Same thing happened at the grocery store, and I didn't even think twice about it. I just went up to the curbside and stepped up and pushed myself onto the sidewalk. And I was trying to hold back my tears because it was such a very, very small goal, or at least for a lot of us, we think that it is a small goal, but those are the meaningful things that our clients love. Those are things that they need to improve their quality of life, whatever it is that they're trying to do.
I love stories like that. And that is what
Yeah.
we hear so often. It's like, yeah, everybody wants to come in and like lose some fat, like gain some muscle, change their
Right.
physique a little bit. But
Yes.
like you just said, it's those like daily actions, the abilities
Mhm.
to do things that you couldn't do before that changes the quality of your life. And like, that's priceless. You can't buy that.
Totally priceless. I agree. Yeah. So I train this. Actually, train the whole family. There's three of them: father, mother, daughter, trio. Um, the mother and the daughter, I train them back to back through virtual training, and they've been with me for over a year now at Del Mar. I mean, for about a year now in Del Mar, and they had some goals, and their goals were to lose weight, to gain muscle, to improve their quality of life through doing stuff like this. And the daughter is pretty young. I believe she just turned 21, if I'm not mistaken. And we would go through all these our check-ins. We would weigh them in, do the measurements, go through the workout itself. But there's something very humbling about being home and having to figure out a way to stay healthy. And through pushing them via virtual training, and also keeping tabs with them and making sure that they're doing the right things health-wise, they collectively have lost almost 40 pounds together since we shut down.
No way. So just in like
Nope.
the last 2 months?
The last 2 months.
Wow. So tell
It's
me about
insane.
their workout, because everyone's virtual training workout, from
Mm-hmm.
what I know,
Mm-hmm.
has potential to be quite different, right? Because it's um, everyone's got different spaces and equipment,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
obviously different goals and abilities. So what has their workout been like?
So their workout is no different from a majority of the people that I train. The way that we should be training people is to pre-fatigue the muscles and be very strategic in the way that you do that. So we would start off with, let's just say, for instance, like a plank or reverse static crunch on the floor, and then I'll stack, an ab crunch, and then we'll go to like a glute bridge with a pec fly or a skull crusher, and I'll have them hold the glute bridge for 4 straight minutes. And then because they pre-fatigue their glutes, then I'll get them into like a leg exercise from there, and then stack those. And so, just really motivating them and pushing them to get to full muscle success, or very, very close to it. And one of the things that I tell them, I say, don't be discouraged, because what you do here, if you push yourself to that muscle success or point of fatigue, um, whatever you do in between will dictate your results between your sessions, because you're opening your body up for metabolic change. And so, just take that and roll with it. And they've been so strict on their diet. They've made a lot of healthy choices. They've eliminated a bunch of other things, and you know they're seeing the results that they always wanted outside of the studio, following the slow motion protocol.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're experiencing the opposite of what so many other people are experiencing during quarantine, and that's gaining weight, right? Because
absolutely,
they've not been
absolutely.
active. It's really encouraging,
Yeah.
because who knows how long some of our studios are going to continue to be shut down. Who knows if
Yeah.
we're going to have to do this again with a second wave? Um,
Right. Right.
Hopefully not. But also, like, for the clients who travel months at a time, it's like all of this
Mm-hmm.
stuff is still very possible, uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
as long as this is a resource.
It's a resource, and with a lot of the uncertainty of what's going to happen when these studios open up,
Mhm.
I part of that story, part of that testimonial, I really hope that people see the importance of doing virtual training. Virtual training is still a very, very powerful tool that the Perfect Workout is offering. And it's going to be available when we open up the studios. So if you feel like you just don't want to go in the studios just yet, that's available and it works. It really does.
What have your clients been saying? What's the feedback been with virtual?
They are just completely floored. They see how intense it is. And I think it brings a lot of value to what we do as a company for the Perfect Workout, for the super slow method, because you can work out on our Nautilus machines. You can use free weights, but it does bring so much value to what we do and what we truly believe is the correct way of working out meaningfully. I have not done a traditional weightlifting in 5 years.
Mm.
I haven't done anything like that, and I feel like at the age of 34, I am in the best shape of my entire life. And so for me, I'm just going to share that piece, and of course we can all be very skeptical, but especially if you're teetering on trying it out, it wouldn't hurt, you know. So I would just encourage, just try one session and see if it's something that works for you. And hopefully their story will be very similar to mine, where it's just like, that was crazy. I cannot believe you got me fatigued out in a minute and a half. For anyone who is trying to figure out what they want to do, to improve their health, to improve their quality of life, and you just don't have the direction, you're very skeptical of any type of program, especially for the Perfect Workout, 20 minutes twice a week. It doesn't hurt to just try it. It doesn't hurt to just try it, and you have nothing to lose. And it's going to be probably the most fulfilling thing that you've ever done for yourself. You improve your health, you improve your life. So I would totally encourage anybody, if you're teetering on that, just give it a try. Just give it a shot.